What's going on out there, good people? It is your boy Look Around with LMD Trading, coming at you today with another daily trade review. And today we will be reviewing 7 trades that we took that led to a red day in the market. Market really didn't feel like it had any sense of direction today. Had a few stocks that were making moves, and at the time that they were making moves, we were trying to make things happen in other stocks, so we missed those moves. But we will go ahead and get the thumbnail watch list popped open just so we can take a overall look of what we were seeing on our thumbnail watch list. If you see, everything was pretty much, it was just choppy, just a choppy morning. Nothing was really making moves to the higher side. Nothing making moves. SE, we do see that it made a nice move off the open, but again, we weren't really paying this one much attention, just because in the pre-market, which is down here, these charts do have pre-market turned on. There's no real volume showing. So once the market opened, we were really trying to find trades in the SPY, in the QQQ, in AMD. Looking here, one that's not on here. Oh, yeah, it is. Facebook is up there. The usual stocks that we like to trade. And it was nothing. It was just a choppy morning. So let's go ahead and get Trader View pulled up, and we will look at the particulars, and then we'll get the charts pulled up. So like I said, we did take 7 trades today. Had a closed P&L of the day on the day of $23. We also had a few red trades. Took 2 red trades in the main account. And then these were our trades. No real banger green trades. As you see, everything was just small scalpy trades. We got into IWM. Nothing really to be impressed with. Kept the losing trades fairly small, so that did help. But took this last one at 11, and we were like, okay, today is not going to be that day, so let's not try to force anything. But we'll go ahead, get the charts pulled up, and get these trades reviewed. I'm actually doing this one very late tonight. Got back home this evening and wasn't really feeling my best, so I ate and passed out. And it's what, quarter to midnight right now here on the East Coast, raining outside. So just one of those type days. But first trade that we got into was the Qs. We got the Qs chart pulled up, and if you look, it's no real just. Usually we're getting nice sequential come ups, pull back, run, pull back, or if we go into the downside, it's the same way. Nice moves to the downside, pull back. You see here, we got a pop, test this area, flush, pull back up, flush. So trading in channels. So this is the afternoon, so we wouldn't have been a part of this, but just shows you what the day was looking like. You come over here, a bunch of inside trading candles where the next candle is trading inside of the previous candle, and hard to make money when you're trading in that type situation using my strategy. I'll say I'm sure some people that can make money when these candles are trading inside of a previous candle. But we took our first trade at 9:36. Go ahead and expand this area here. So first trade, these were puts that we were buying. Just thinking, I'm sure none of these trades are really going to look impressive. So first trade, we were getting in right here as this broke below that candle there. If we look, we did have quite a few top and tails coming off of the open. It's breaking this area. So just looking for a quick pop to the downside and did not get it. And we stopped out of this a minute later. Stopped out of this a minute later. And where I dropped that arrow at is really not representative. I'm gonna move that arrow because we got in 9:36 and 51 seconds. So we would have been getting in more down at the bottom of this red candle on the 1 minute chart is where we actually would have been getting in that. And then we got out of this trade at 9:37 and 15 seconds. So we would have been getting stopped back out on its way back up in the same 2 minute candle. And that's why I used 1 minute charts over here, just so you can see exactly where in the candles. But not a good trade. Definitely not a good trade. If we did want to take this trade, we should have been getting in right here as it breaks this area. We put our stop up here, and you do see that we would have stopped out regardless. And on this one, we lost $26. This was 2 contracts. So not a good trade, not a good trade. But again, if you look, the distance between that where we stopped out at is pretty much the distance of what would have been on this candle had we got in right here. So again, trades like this, bad trades, we'll take bad trades. Let's just stop out. Let's take that stop. Let's look for another entry. Let's look for another trade. So that's how we started the morning off. Definitely got in this one a little quicker. I like to sit on my hands the first 10 minutes and let the market kind of breathe, kind of start working, start forming some candles, give us some decent sense of direction. But that was our first trade. Next trade that we took was on the SPY. And let's look at big picture on the SPY real quick. Same thing as the Qs for the most part. No real sense of direction. A lot of inside candles. No smooth transitions. So that is the big picture on what I learned from today. That charts like these are not charts that I need to be trading. Not charts that I need to be trading at all. But this one here, first trade that we took, 942. These were calls. We were trading calls at this point. 942 would have been this candle here. Got in 30 seconds. So getting in the middle of the candle. Again, no real sense of direction. No sense of confirmation on this. Market open, pulled back, left this bottoming tail, which should be a sign that it's going to go up. Did go up a little bit. Hadn't tested VWAP either direction. So if VWAP is not here, then you can kind of somewhat use the pre-market to kind of tell where it's going, but hadn't really shown a sense of direction off of VWAP. And we got out of this one 2 minutes later, stopping out at 9:11. Let's find 9:11. 9:11 and 21 seconds. Oh, I'm sorry. No, we stopped out of this thing. We held on to this for a long time. So this was one of those ones where we just rode this thing out. Or no, hold on. We stopped out of this one 9:45. There we go. My eyesight is getting the date and the time mixed up in TraderView. So we stopped out of this one basically next candle, just like the Qs. So we got in right here. Stop. It's going to be down below this one here. And we see that's exactly what it did. It just came back, stopped us out. Again, no sense of direction even once we stopped out of the trade. It's just all over the place. And we took another $26 loss on that trade. So we're down $52 at this point. First, 10-15 minutes of the market. Next trade, we got in Apple. Played puts on Apple. Let's see what Apple did. Again, a little choppy. This one, not quite as many inside candles, but you do come up in here and you see a bunch of inside candles. Had a decent little double bottom here, but we are coming into this area here, coming back into the VWAP here. So don't really want to start playing solid trades until you get confirmation that you're above the VWAP and in an uptrend. But we took this first one, 9:45. So as soon as we were out of the SPYs, we were getting into this one. And these were puts that we're playing here. So we're on the back side, basically trading on the back side this morning. And when the market doesn't really have a sense of direction, I guess that's what can happen. So we were getting in on this one. Apple opened, dropped down, pulled back about halfway to this move that it pulled back, top and tail right at the VWAP. Get in right here again. Set your stop at the top of that candle there. So got in right there. Again, this one here I can say is a decent entry. With this area on the chart here, we could look to maybe catch a little resistance trying to come through that. But we got out of this trade at 11:54. Let's see where 11:54 is. 11:54 is that candle right there. So 2 contracts got in here. This did kind of pull back, retesting this area. Another good entry right here. Stop on that side, which almost about the same spot where we would have got in at. Then this just came down, no real follow through, and we got out of it right here as it made this turn to go higher. We made $26 on this trade. So pretty much made up the losses of one of the previous trades that we had took. But again, we're not seeing any real solid movement. And the chart was kind of telling us that. Next trade that we took was on IWM. IWM. Let's see what IWM's chart looked like. Nice off the open. Nice off the open with no place to get in. Pulled back. Went again. And look at this pullback. It is, what's that? About a 85-90% pullback. Good pullback would have been right there for it to continue going. But we got this full pullback here. And this one here, we're playing calls. I'm sorry, playing puts on this one. And we got in at 1014. 1014. What are we looking at 1014? Let me blow that up. 1014 would have been right here. So this thing opened, pulled back, made another little nice move, and then came down to, looks like a flag almost. You can see these lower highs, lower highs, lower highs, and the lows are pretty much staying even. Got in right here. Again, room is only to about right here because VWAP is right there. And that's exactly what this did. And let's see, when did we get out of this one? 1020. So let's see where 1020 is. 1020 would have been this candle right here. So we're getting out as this has tested VWAP, held strong, and we're getting out as it's going back up. And we made $12 on this trade. $12. So decent pattern. Not a good entry because you only had, what was that, 20 cent worth of move? So 199.29, 198.93. So maybe 30 cents worth of a move, but definitely was not enough room in that move to make target. And that's why we only got a small trade out of that one. All right. So the next one that we took was on Apple. We were back in app. And this one here was calls that we were playing on Apple. Get Apple back pulled up. So on this one, we got in at 1050. 1050. Playing calls. Let's see. Let's get this chart moved over. So, see, chopping around. Made this nice move, broke this area. Decent little move here, but we can say that this is somewhat extended. And then we got in right here. And we were out of this trade. So getting in here, of course, stop is going to be down here, or you can give it a little extra wiggle room and come off of this one. But this is not a good entry. Not a good entry at all. And we were out of this one at 1056. So 1056 is this candle here. And we're getting out as it's breaking this area right here. And lost $11 on this trade. One contract. And if you remember from a previous video, I did say on trades, I take one contract. I can give it a little extra wiggle room. So 26 bucks would have been down here somewhere, but not a good trade. So we never adjusted to compensate. Now, had it been an entry, late entry on a decent looking pattern, then I can go ahead and set the stop down there to give it a little extra wiggle room because we're getting in late. But again, not a good entry. Not a good entry at all. And took the stop. Kept the damage small. Kept the damage small. And we went right back to Apple though. And on this one, we played puts. So just like the market had no real sense of direction, we didn't have any real sense of direction because we were just chasing. That's what it felt like during the trading. And that's somewhat what it's feeling like as I review these trades. We were just chasing. But this one here, we got in at 11.05. So basically getting in where we got out of the previous trade. And this time we're playing this one to go low. So got in here. Would have had our stop on the top side up there. And we got out of this one at 11.17. So let's see where 11.17 is. We got out as it started coming back up. So we got in here. Let's pull back. And then it went. Nice move. And then it turned. So no move to try to break through the VWAP. Started coming back. And we got out of this trade for a $20 profit. Small $20 profit. And that was on two contracts. Two contracts. And then we took one more trade. And I hope I am not coming down with a cold. I got the sniffles this evening. So last trade of the morning, we took it at 11.10 and it was on the SPY. Let's see what we were seeing on the SPY. And again, we're just all over the place. No sense of direction, just like these candles. No sense of direction. And we took this last trade at 11.10. 11.10. Am I on the right stock? Because why would you be taking that entry right there? I see nowhere on this candle. Nowhere on that candle that shows. I'm looking on the 1 minute trying to see what possibly could have led to that entry. 5 minute doesn't show anything that leads to it. And the 2 minute, which is what I'm usually looking, doesn't show any reason to be getting in that trade right there. And because of it, we stopped out a minute later, like a minute and 14 seconds later, 11 and 25 seconds. So we're stopping out on the next candle as it's coming down to do what it's supposed to do, test the VWAP. Stopped out on this one, $18 loss. Yeah. No clue what I was seeing on that. I put this purple line on the chart because I didn't have it marked initially. So this wasn't on the chart this morning. And I kept wondering, like, why is this? See, this was a key level from back some time ago. But you see, these candles would come right up to it and just test it. but I don't see no reason why I took this trade. None. May need to get me a little notepad, and I'm not sure if this was one that should have been a put play, and I should have been getting in right here, putting the stop on that side, playing it to go down. Again, would not have been a good entry because look at what this thing was doing. It was just chopping around. Come over here. It's just chopping around. It's not throwing any patterns that another day trader would want to take. So I shouldn't be taking trades because we're trying to follow and ride the back of the whales in the market. Definitely know that my trades don't move the market. So let me try to get on the back of some whales whose trades can move the market. But that was our day. That was our last trade. Like I said, we finishing up 23 in the red. I'm just over here looking now. The SPY's average trading range, it's ATR, usually about $10 is what it usually trades. And let me see if I can get on top of that candle. I'm gonna blow up the daily real quick. Give me 1 sec. Just want to see what the trading range on today was. Range was $6.69 is what the SPY did today. And we see it was a inside day. It traded inside of this candle. And that's something that I need to pay more attention to. I kind of felt that trading, like this is like it's trading inside because all of the candles intraday was trading inside. So we see that this was trading inside of these candles. Hard to make money like that. Let's look at the Qs. Qs, same way. It's trading inside of previous candles. Hard to make money. And the ATR on the Qs the same way. It's a $10 ATR. And today it traded $7.29 because it's trading inside of another day's candle. So good points to take from it. Good points to take from it. And we will learn and try to be better traders tomorrow. But I'm going to wrap this one up. Hope you all had a better day in the market. And if not, hopefully you were able to learn from what you were seeing, what you were doing, and be better prepared to take on the market tomorrow. I'm going to go ahead, try to get me a little rest. It's 12:11. I'll be back up about 6 o'clock in the morning and we'll be ready to do it again. So hope y'all had a good day. Peace.